Hello, beautiful people. This is Monica, aka Money Faith MUA, and I'm here to give you guys a quick video on some products that I recently purchased. I noticed that a lot of women are really just wanting to have nice looking skin from day to day. They don't necessarily want to look overly made up. They don't want to look like, a makeup artist would do their makeup every day. Makeup artists have their own code for how they do their makeup, and it's completely personal to them and their personality. But the everyday woman, especially the woman who gets up early and goes to work and has 10 minutes to get ready in the morning, as far as what she does with her face, this is for you. And this is just a really quick way to look put together, look like you did something, but still it's really subtle and fresh. So I'm offering this to you. I don't do many videos because I'm working so hard on building my beauty business. My beauty business is called Beautiful Color, and it's on Facebook, and I'll put a link below so that you can see the spelling of it. It's a little unique. And basically I want to encourage women to be empowered to wear color on their face, whether it's their lips, their eyes, their cheeks, just what they choose, and I want them to feel empowered to use color. And while I've been building that, I have been refraining from posting a lot of videos because that's just not where my niche is at right now. I'm just really trying to learn and kind of really work on my business. So I'm sharing education as part of my business, and so therefore I don't post a lot of tutorials and things like that. I will post products that I use because I know that it's very hard for women to see a look and want to replicate it, but they have no idea what to get, or they feel like they have to spend the amount of money on the high-end products that other people or artists are using in order to get that look. And as I learned from Tatiana Ward, aka Beat Face Honey, I totally agree with what she says. She says that you have the skill and you have the know-how to make things look good on yourself, whether it's CoverGirl or drugstore or whether it's high-end. So I definitely recommend, if you're new or beginning or you're just building up your makeup skills, go ahead and do what's budget friendly for you, because a lot of these products can look just as good for a lower price. And then when you feel more confident and you've learned the application techniques, then go ahead and upgrade what you have so that you're able to use that money effectively, and you're not just practicing on really expensive product. But that's just my suggestion because I'm just a very financially thrifty person. I don't like to spend a lot of money if I don't have to, but I do have a large kit and my inventory is pretty big, and I've built up a lot of that over the years, and I'm now starting to invest in the products that are much higher end, just the ones I think that I need that will really help enhance what I'm trying to do. So for me right now, that's more so highlighters and maybe more pigmented shadows. Those are what I'm focusing on. Everything else I use is pretty generic. So anyways, moving on from there, I wanted to kind of do this as a giving back, because everything that I have learned that has contributed to me being able to have a beauty business, a makeup artistry and beauty consulting business, I learned from YouTube. I learned from the women who spent all the time learning these techniques, applying them. I watched them grow. I watched their makeup videos from 2 years ago to where they are today, and how much they've grown, and they're business women themselves. They've built brands, they've built cosmetic lines, and these women are women that I definitely have been inspired by, and a lot of the things that they're doing I aspire to do. And they have grown a huge following, and they have gotten so much support because they have shared so much of what they know. And so every once in a while I do want to do this as a way to give back and to help educate other people who are coming up behind me as I'm still growing, so that they can have some tools to start working from and maybe building their own business from if they want to use this as their business. So anyways, yesterday I took a picture of my makeup look, and I'm looking for it, so I'm not ignoring you. And I had bought the Maybelline Fit Me concealer sticks. They're not concealer sticks, they're foundation sticks. They look like this. Really cute packaging, by the way. My store had them on sale, buy one get one half off, and with some other coupons. They had pretty much all been snatched up, and I wanted to try them. So I bought a few different shades, a couple for my kit, and then one that I knew for sure I would want to use to contour with. And excuse my cracked screen, but this is the photo that I uploaded yesterday, and basically it's just a really basic, quick, easy light contour, light blush, light lip. So I wanted to show you how I did it and the products that I used, and I'm going to set my timer because what I'm working on doing is doing things in a much more effective way in a lesser amount of time. So I am actually going to set my timer for 10 minutes. And this is what I would imagine the busy woman's makeup routine would consist of, is like basically maybe 10 minutes to get herself together. So we're going to start that. I'm going to leave my glasses on because I'm wearing glasses today. So I'm going to wear my glasses. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I've already washed my face today and applied toner, but I'm going to apply some more toner just because my oil production is crazy. I'm 33 weeks expecting a baby and my oil production in my T-zone is ridiculous. Yes, I did just lose my nose ring, sorry. Literally lost it. Not cute. I'm using organic witch hazel, which is very light. It's not burning or stinging my eyes, as I have found that some toners will do, especially ones that have astringents that are meant to have salicylic acid and clear up your acne. I would just encourage you to be really careful with those and research alternative products, because I really don't believe anything you use on your face, especially if you're staying away from your eye area, should still burn your eyes. And the name of that product, by the way, was Sea Breeze. But this is an organic witch hazel. I'm not picking my nose. And it just really refreshes my face. And I also got off a little bit more oil and dirt, even though I exfoliated my face already. So my next step in my routine, I do see that I still have on some leftover mascara from yesterday. So I'm going to use my Almay Gentle makeup remover and take care of that. I love this makeup remover because it works really well. And I actually got this on sale at Ulta, I believe 1 or 2 weeks ago. It was like $3 or $4, and that stuff is usually much more expensive. I like Almay because for a drugstore product, they are kind of like a quote unquote higher end drugstore product. And I like that they also focus on good skin care and making products that are more for sensitive skin. I'm going to be using this Clinique moisturizer. Since my T-zone is where I get so much oil, I'm just going to kind of focus away from that a little bit here, because that part does get dry when I cleanse and then it oils right back up. I love using moisturizer because I have noticed on myself and other clients that when I do the cleanse, tone, moisturize skincare step before putting on their makeup, the skin just looks soft and supple and it feels beautiful to the touch. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Golden Beige, and I'm going to use this as my foundation color. I said concealer again. I'm just so used to seeing concealer in a stick and not foundation, so please forgive me. Because of pregnancy, I do have some darker areas here, so I'm going to build a little bit more coverage, and you can see how thick this is, and I love that. So I'm just going to go ahead and dot some around my face where I have blemishes. I'm going to go ahead and build up a little more. And I'm keeping this in real time. I'm not going to speed it up because, again, we want the real average woman to be able to use this routine. Redness around your nose, go ahead and build that up a little bit. Just a little bit on my nose. And then you'll see when I blend, I'll take my glasses off and make sure I distribute that well. So now that I've got that there, you can take one of these beauty sponges or you can take one of these beauty sponges. And I have been using these a lot more lately. And what I'm going to do is just wet it with water. If you have, say, you like to use MAC Fix Plus or you like to use e.l.f. Mist and Set, I've used that a lot to dampen my brush or dampen my beauty sponge when I'm putting on or blending in cream product, because it helps and it's very, you know, cost effective. It's like $3. So as you can see, I'm just really working this into the skin. I'm taking care not to wipe. I'm taking care to press where it is and make sure that I'm blending the streaks or the stripes together. And then anywhere that you need to build up a little bit more coverage, you can do so. I'm just going to kind of pat this here because I don't want to remove the extra that I did put there. And And again, I'm not looking for like ridiculously heavy coverage. I'm just looking for something that's going to be pretty, you know, pretty close to being overly even. My melasma doesn't really bother me that much, but if it does bother you and it's really dark and popping through, then you are going to want to use some correcting concealer underneath your foundation application, and then you can go back and use more if it's needed. So this feels good to me. This looks really good. However, I don't have dimension in my face because it's all one blank color now. So what I'm going to do is take the Cappuccino, same Fit Me. This is foundation. I'm going to contour with this. And I really don't want to darken this back up a lot, so I'm just going to put a tiny bit there, and I'm going to use a little bronzer too. But this is pretty much what I'm doing. I'm focusing more so on the cheeks because that's where I want the glow to be. Sometimes I'll also do just this little tip of the nose, because especially if I'm wearing glasses, I don't really need to go all the way up. You're not going to see it. So I know we have a lot of glasses wearers, and I'm hoping that by me keeping my glasses on, it can help you better see, you know, I don't know, better see. People have a glasses struggle all the time, and you can still put your makeup on effectively in a shorter amount of time. And again, I dampen this, and I'm just really working this into the skin. Yes, baby. My baby's in there playing Sonic. Okay. So with this, I am going to press it, and then I'm going to work it up a bit. And this is actually going to kind of serve a little bit as bronzer as I'm working it up as well. I'm leave the apples free of any color until I put my blush on. And as you can see, I just have this nice, lightly contoured, lightly shaded look. What I did is just took the natural shadows on my face here, created by my lip, here, created by, I can't remember what this is called. This has a legit name, you guys. There's a little bit here. Took those sides, remember again, I had pretty much tried to lighten them, so I didn't want to overly darken them again because of the hyperpigmentation due to pregnancy. There. Okay. That feels pretty good. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is that is going to be on, and I pretend I have a tissue. I don't have a tissue. But what I'm going to do is tear apply off my tissue, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to blot it on my face to remove excess oil and moisture. Okay? And while that is sitting, what I'm going to do next is go ahead and do my lip. I'm not going to line. I'm using e.l.f. Pink Minx moisturizing lipstick. I picked this up yesterday. That just happened. And this is a gorgeous pink tone. And literally, it was on clearance and I could not pass it up. e.l.f. was already like $3, but this was like $2.40. And this is gorgeous. It has a little bit almost of a peach tone to it, but not quite. And what I'm going to do is just take my sponge and blend that line out a little bit. I'm not using liner. I just want this to be a very soft look. Now what you could do is take your translucent powder. Right here I have translucent. I'm just using this up. It's not my favorite, but it works. I'm going to take a clean puff, dab it in my powder, knock off any excess, and right around my lips, I'm going to press a little bit. And right around where I get oily here on my nose, I'm going to press some there. And anywhere else I can kind of feel like oil wants to take over my life, I'm going to press. The rest of my face doesn't get oily, so that's why I'm only concentrating on those spots. Lightly take off any excess. And that's our timer. If this is all the time you have, you need to take your mascara, turn it off, stop. And you need to take your mascara with you and your pressed powder in your bag. Now would be time for you to go. Those of us who have a little bit more time, we're gonna take like another 5 minutes and finish up here. So I'm going to go ahead and time myself for 5 minutes, and I promise I will finish up within that time. So now what I would do is I would add just one more. And guys, this seriously is long lasting. It's so pretty and it's long lasting. Like this, yes, I love it. I received the recommendation for these lipsticks from, I believe it was Tati on YouTube, and I'm so grateful for the reviews that she does, because she reviews so many different products, whether it's high-end or drugstore. So I love that. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. It's a Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm going to grab my bronzer. I love this. I've been using this forever. It's the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny, and I'm just gonna dab and I'm gonna follow along that contour, and I'm just patting. Now you may be wondering, how does she know where to contour? How do I figure that out? Okay, so for my face shape, what I'm doing, I want the array of light to be here, kind of in an upside down oval. So I want everything that looks lighter to be in this area. That means everything else out here can be brought in a little bit and shaded in order to make it appear like I have brighter areas of my face that are picking up light and making me look stunning. So that means all of these areas here. And I'm reinforcing where I put the darker powder earlier, so that it looks very natural. Here, here, little here, little here, little here to create that shadow under the lip. And I'm just continuing to blend a little bit more so that it does look like everything just melts into my face. Don't forget your hairline, especially if your scalp is a bit lighter. Make sure that we get that in there. Okay, and then what I'm going to do now is take on this Mosaic City Color blush. Going to grab a blush brush, focus on the pink here in the middle. And now that I got it, I'm going to drag it out and go back and forth. I don't want to go past here. I'm going to stay right here on that nice, fleshy, poofy part of my cheek. Yes, I did just call my cheek poofy. Technical term is apple, the fleshy part. I'm going to go back and then down a little bit, blending it into the darker part. I'll be with you soon. Thank you. Making sure it's just the right amount, and I'm going to go into the brown and lighter pink just a little bit. Go over that on this area. Don't be afraid to experiment with a nice blush color, especially if you're leaving the rest of your face neutral and natural. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. It just looks like you have this beautiful flush of life coming forward. Okay, so that's what I've got there. Gonna go ahead and follow up with highlighter. I'm using my Becca Afterglow palette, my new baby. I love this. I'm gonna go ahead and mix some of this rose here. What is it called? Rose gold, and a little bit of moonstone. I'm gonna go over with rose gold first, and then the moonstone on top. And I'm gonna go ahead and dab a little bit of highlighter there. Come on, you just gotta use your finger. Don't be afraid of your finger. You guys, this is gorgeous. I love mixing these two together. It's stunning. And last but not least, I'm going to go ahead, get these brows down. I'm keeping the eyes really neutral and natural. This is all I'm doing for brows. Wet n Wild, Color Icon, dark brown.
In this area of my brows.
And what I'm going to do is go back and get my brush and soften that just a little bit. When you're wearing glasses, I think it's important to bring out other aspects of your face since your eyes are a bit obscured. So I like to bring out my brows. I like to put a highlight under here and make sure I line my eyes and wear a couple coats of mascara, and then just put color on other parts of my face. Okay. So that's what I've got done there. And then just to quickly finish up, I'm going to take that same bronzer that I used earlier, and I'm going to take a little blending brush, rub it in the bronzer. I will remove my glasses for this step. And I'm just going to go ahead and shade the crease of my brow just a little bit. Remember, I'm planning on keeping eyes pretty bare here. And then to highlight my lid, I'm going to, see, this is why we need glasses, you can't see. I'm going to take this pretty pink shade in the Lorac palette. Looks like this. And this is the Lorac Afterglow palette. I purchased this a couple of summers ago to experiment with the different shades that it had there. And that is literally my look for the day. Recycle this pencil, the same pencil I used for my brows. I'm going to draw a little line. It does not need to be perfect, people. Just something to add a little depth and contrast. I almost poked myself in the eye. I was going to say this is why glasses save lives. It's also why glasses save eyes. Okay, and let's do just a little bit under here. Now, of course, at any point, you could have gotten up, thrown the rest of the stuff in your bag, and been on your way, or you could have just went quite a bit faster. This is just my tempo. I'm going to take the smudging brush, and I'm going to smudge the top and bottom liner. The next steps will be mascara and brow highlighting, and that literally is it. If you need to top off with some translucent powder to help keep any oiliness from coming through, then that is something that you can do. And this smudge just creates a really nice soft effect. Using my mascara and curling my lashes. With glasses. It's really soft, it's really pretty, and I am going to pat on just a little bit more translucent powder. I'm not trying to add any color, I'm just trying to set any bits of oil that feel like they need to be coming through, but they really don't. I'm going to let that sit for a little bit, and then I'm going to brush it off in just a few seconds, and I'm going to go about my day and feel like I look freaking fat. So enjoy, you guys. I hope that this helped you maybe come up with another alternative to your routine. Like I said, you can work faster, or at any point you can throw whatever items you need to do on the go, like your mascara, take your lipstick, and take your pressed powder with you with a little poof or whatever you use to apply your pressed powder. Okay, stay beautiful, live a life of beautiful color. Don't be afraid to experiment with your beauty journey. Life is too short to be stuck into molds and habits of what everybody else is doing. Really find what speaks to you and explore that. Okay, guys, have a great day. Bye.